My name is Monica, and I will be talking about Disney stories and how they affected our generation and what aspects can we change in them for actually a better future. Why do I care? Because I'm someone who is concerned about the future. I want to make sure that future generations will have a better understanding of what life is. And yes, that comes from stories. If you want to influence someone to embrace a particular value in their daily lives, tell them a compelling story. I actually started thinking about this after I read The Truth About Stories written by kings, who clearly showed how stories have the power to change people's mentalities and therefore change the future. But it's not that simple, because once a story is told, it cannot be called back. Once told, it's loose into the world. This topic really interested me because I have been always a Disney fan. These movies have definitely made a huge impact on my life. Thing is, now I realize that there's a difference between the movies and reality, and that's why I think some aspects in Disney stories were not the greatest, and maybe they need to change. So, to start off, I really don't get why all Disney stories have a bad guy or girl who's living their life just to make everyone's lives miserable. Those stories are meant for kids. They don't know anything about life, and that's how they're being introduced to it. Well, you have clearly introduced evil thoughts to them. All the ideas of fooling people, being jealous, fighting for power, lying, being deceptive, and a lot of other stuff. Really? Is that the message you want to impose? I know the world is not perfect, but still, make them learn this throughout their own experiences. Who knows? Maybe if there's no one knew evil is there, then it won't actually be there. The other thing I really don't get is why all Disney girls have that amazing look with that tiny waist and perfect body proportions. Kids, and especially girls, grow up believing that that's how they should look, and that's why they spend a lot of money on makeup and plastic surgeries trying to cope up with those beauty high standards. Is that where we want our people's money to go? And really, is that what I need to get a guy? Why don't we introduce acceptance and how love overcome appearance because it's more important than that? It's not just that sparkle a guy gets when he looks at a beautiful girl and that magical kiss that solves everything. And I won't even start talking about that weird sequence of a girl in trouble and a guy saving her, because a lot of people have already touched on that and proved that this is one of the reasons we experience discrimination in our societies. I will talk about something different that I believe is critical and actually needs to change. Why do most Disney movies have a way of supernatural power that makes everything better? If kids are raised up believing that someone else will come make a miracle, then they will just give up on their own abilities and sit there waiting with a negative attitude. Because no matter what they do or how good they are, you made them believe that they can never change their own life. And not just that, the stories impose the message that even miracles happen really quickly. Well, sadly, no. You need to work and work really hard to get what you want. That fantasy of getting everything done quickly by whatever supernatural power does not exist. Teach the kids how to fight for what they want, and you will get a generation that's inspired enough to change their life and create a difference in the world.